Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. As we wrap the year up, this is the last day of the year. I don't really know where to go with it, but I thought about it and I was like, you know what we haven't done? We haven't thought a lot about 2025 yet. As we roll into 2025, we're probably going to do a lot of videos about how 24 went, reminisce, and relive the good old days, and try to forget the horrors. But with 2025 coming and we having our layout of what's coming in 2025 with all the new universes beyond Final Fantasy, the Secret Layers, and Aether Drift, and all this other stuff, Marvel even, it begs the question, what do you think is in the works for the new Universes Beyond sets as we move in to 26 and maybe even beyond? So with that, I put together a little, we'll call it possibility slash wish list of the kind of weird things I might want to see Magic go to because, well, Universes Beyond is here to stay. It's not your daddy's Magic like it was back in the day. So we're going to have to adapt and move on. And if we are, by God, let's do it in style. So don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Check out the links down below. Let's talk about what I would like to see coming up in Magic because A, it'll be cool. B, I think it'd be neat. Or C, it'll just be funny as hell. So we'll start off with the rather relevant and easy one. Transformers make unique Magic cards. We hear this on the internet all the time. We've seen it in Brothers War. It wasn't received as cool as people thought it would be received. But I'll be honest with you. I thought it was cool. And who doesn't like Transformers? I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who don't like Transformers. But I mean, come on. Big robot monster? I mean, who doesn't want to play that? Heck, I've been opening and giving away Brothers War packs on here because it's one of my favorite sets. And not necessarily because of the Transformers, but, I mean, that was the cool part about it. I mean, artifacts, old robots, you know, it all throws together. And the fact that we actually had a set with Transformers in it makes me wonder if we might not have already an option or a lead to have that happen again. Or maybe, who knows, get an actual Transformers set in the future. Moving on past that, we have, that's right, My Little Pony sets. We've already seen 2 secret layers of My Little Ponies. They sold well and are very, very expensive. First off, no, I'm not a brony. But B, this will help get some of those niche communities into Magic. And it did well for the set. Like, you can complain all you want. But to be fair, if you're a gamer and you're a geek, a cartoon enthusiast, call it what you will. We all love our own things. And I'm not here to piss on anybody else's program. Or what they love. Now, if I don't like it, that's fine, and I can tell you why I don't like it. That doesn't mean it's not good. It just means it's not for me. And I think we need to start getting into that realm again instead of this whole diversionary, you know, if you don't like My Little Pony, then you must be the devil, or whatever you guys argue about on this. I can appreciate the silliness and the funniness to some degree, and I'm okay with that. Because, again, this was a Commander-only product, and the last time I checked, when I played Commander, silly, funny shenanigans, that's what I'm here for. So, you guys do you. Now, will I think a My Little Pony set do well? Ugh, probably not. But I'm not opposed to having a kind of like with, we just talked about Transformers, have a set or a land where My Little Pony were the special insert cards with alternate art. Be kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Just anyway, I'm just gonna move on before it gets too weird. Okay, so next we have something else I think is easy to see is going to happen is probably Fortnite. I mean, we've had Fortnite secret layers as well. I think it would be hard pressed to get a set out of Fortnite, just because of what it is. But who knows? I mean, with enough edibles and enough free time and snacks, who knows what might happen? So I do think we'll see more of this on secret layers along with other video games and whatnot. I don't think we'll get a set from it, but heck, who knows? Maybe they'll use this as a launching point for more of a smaller set. Not Lord of the Rings style, like that was huge, but like a smaller, they want to make smaller sets like Aftermath, right? And maybe this is the kind of set you want to do it with and have it really cheap. Just because it could happen. Anyway. All right, moving on, something a little easier to see. Elder Scroll. Now, let just sit down a second. Papaw's got to talk. So, I love Elder Scroll with a passion. I've been playing the game since Elder Scrolls 1 on PC. I've played every one of them. It's the reason I bought an Xbox, for the love of God. That and Halo, but we'll not go there. Halo, I should put Halo on this list. Anyhow, point being, I think it's only natural that, since we've seen one game from the exact same game maker of this franchise do well, Nuke Cola and all, and also having the most expensive Magic card of 2024. The Fallout series, made by the same company, it's the same premise, same design, has its own following. Elder Scrolls is the same. I think it touches the same market, but in a new way. It'd be neat to, as this has a fantasy setting, it would fit in really well with a box set because it's already got some fantasy material in it, and then some of the special characters or places could be insert cards or what have you, like we saw in Fallout. I think this is a natural progression, and I think if they're smart, they'll do this. And also, I think in 2027, we'll definitely probably see this, especially if we actually get a greenlit timeline on when the next Elder Scrolls series comes out. There's definitely going to be some Magic collaboration. So, moving on to something a little less unlikely, Elden Ring. So, Elden Ring has its own popularity in its fan base, equipment, creatures, characters. It is popular. I just don't know if these are the kind of people that want to play Magic. However, I know people who play Magic who just love video games in general and like Elden Ring. So, maybe not some of them, but a good chunk of them. So, it's also possible we could try to get Elden Ring as a set. There is enough lore and background to make a box set. At least a secret layer. Just going to say it. So, it'd be interesting to see if we go that route. Moving on, The Witcher. I mean, so many video games, Netflix series, TV shows. Come on. Why have we not got a Witcher set yet? Deep, rich storytelling, characters, background, timelines. Come on. We could easily get a set out of The Witcher. And again, I think it'd be pretty cool. And yes, if we don't put pictures of Henry Cavill in there, as Geralt, I'm going to be pissy. So pissy. Anyway, Game of Thrones. This is a possibility. It has the background. It's very Lord of the Rings, right? Lord of the Rings was lightning in a bottle, and to catch that again, they may try to do another series like Lord of the Rings, i.e. Game of Thrones. However, creative differences and or we'll say certain things that happen in the series may not be good for small children or just the public in general who would play card games. So, it's very iffy. Also, we know how the author is, and it's probably a tall order. So, if this was on your bucket list, which as cool as it would be, I would love to beat somebody's ass with Jon Snow. Probably not going to happen. But it would be cool. Next, we have Stormlight. So, the Stormlight is Brandon Sanderson, has his own book series. It's pretty decent if you haven't read it. I'd check it out. He's a Magic fan already. and it's been known he's also done work with Magic for art and other things, so there's already a connection there. It'd also be very good for the whole crab industry inside of Magic, because I don't know why, but Stormlight has a lot of crustaceanal values to a lot of their characters. So if you want some crab decks, you need to cross your fingers for a little Stormlight action. I know Brandon's probably on board. It'd be really cool. And it's a book series, so hey, probably enough lore, character design, and things of that nature to make a box set if we tried real hard. Next, Cyberpunk. Why not? I mean, because if we can't get Keanu Reeves into a Magic card, we're not doing this world any good services. Also, Kamigawa's Neon Dynasty easily showed with its popularity that people were on board for that style of Magic. And if we're going to double down and double dip into it, by God, let's visit Neon Dynasty again with more Cyberpunk stuff. Maybe a Clash of Realms, if you will. It would be cool. And I'm definitely down. However, only do one of these a year. It'll get really weird if we have several Cyberpunk Magic things going on at once. Like, Kamigawa was great as a one-shot. If we'd have kept going, I think it would have got weird. But anyway. So, moving on. One thing I know that we can all agree on is we would love Naruto cards in Magic. We'd love anime design, anime in general. Anime cards at the top. I mean, so many anime cards, unfortunately, or anime series have their own cards that this is probably a tall order. Not gonna lie. There's a Naruto game. There's a One Piece game. There's all these other card games already for these anime cards that it would kind of be hard to license them into a different card game. So this is probably a non-starter, but as cool as it would be fantastic. And maybe the one place we should really go is solo leveling. I would love to see a solo leveling set. Not that I'm a fanboy or anything. Heavily fanboy. Heavy. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sure we'll see more anime cards to come, but it would be really cool if we got a actual anime with our anime cards. Moving on to more improbable things. DC, I mean, we've got Marvel coming, right? Why not DC? Well, it would be fantastic. It really would. But as I've said before, DC has its own card games and other things. Doesn't play well with Marvel most times. But Marvel also has its own card games. Not TCG style per se, but so that may be why they kind of gave into Magic, or maybe they just need money real bad. It's been a rough year. But I think DC is an option, and I'm not going to lie, it would be really sweet to have DC and Marvel and Magic at some point, so you could do things like put Superman versus, Sentry or whatever. But the problem with that is people will bitch about the card's not powerful enough, or it doesn't do the right thing, or yeah. Can we all just get along, please, and agree to disagree? But with that being said, there are some sweet DC characters I would love to play. Constantine. I would love to play Constantine. Commander. Hands down. Constantine Commander. So, as we get more down the rabbit hole, Star Wars. It'd be really cool to have a Star Wars set. We've already talked about that and how they're going into space. However, with Star Wars just opening a new TCG and almost destroying it, but they're fixing it. They're in a weird sort of way. It will be very hard. Because if you can play Star Wars and Magic, why would you play it in another card set? So again, probably not happening. As cool as it would be, well, we can always dream, can't we? And as we keep going, that's right, I want to see, this is my personal favorite, I want to see the Muppets in Magic. Because I want to beat somebody's ass with Kermit, or Animal, or break out the chef. Hurdy. The commander delights of what would happen if Muppets were in Magic. I cannot describe. Or even tell you the joy it would bring me to have a Muppet set. The Lord in heaven, hear my prayer. Muppets and magic. So, now that I've got that off my chest. Anyway, like I was saying, got a lot of good stuff. Tell me what you think down below we might be seeing. Do you think I'm right? Are these things that are possible? What did I miss that you think will be in Magic, or what you would like to see in Magic? Because, hell, at this point, I think anything's game. So, until next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table next year. Maybe at Gen Con. I really need to do a get-together at Gen Con or something.